From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Happy Friday morning to you. Hey, Red Bluff Roundup is coming up here, and I've got 2 tickets to give away. All you have to do is email your entries to mkrueger@weathernorcal.com. I'll be announcing the winner on Coffee with Krueger Wednesday, April 15th. So get those entries in before the 15th. Hey, by the way, if you are doing any excavating, maybe you're planting a new garden, getting things ready, Axner Excavating has everything you need. And on top of that, they have got an amazing 59th spring sale going on through April 12th. Also, on April 11th, they've got a Meet the Pros. You got questions about your garden, about your project, you can talk to the pros about it and they will point you in the right direction. So a lot of great things going over there at Axner Excavating. Hey, check this out. I want to thank Brian for sharing this photo. Happy Easter, saying that this little fawn here is kind of just sneaking up on the Easter bunnies, Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny. I guess that's what they call them. But looks like Brian is getting into the spirit of Easter. Very nice. Hey, you can share your photos just like Brian did from the free Weather NorCal app. All you got to do is download the app for free. Just search for Weather Space NorCal, and you, before you know it, you will be seeing your photo right here on the morning update and even on Coffee with Krueger. Let's get you started for the day. This is your Krueger's Quickcast for your Friday, April 3rd. Out the door this morning, sunny skies. Still a bit on the cool side this morning. We're talking 20s, even some frost for some of the higher elevations. Even the coast could see some of that frost as well. So we take a look at the satellite image. You can see the batch of clouds to the south, but high pressure in general is what's going to be moving in and building over the next few days. But also, something we need to talk about are those winds. Now, if you're in the valley or even parts of the eastern mountains, do note that it may be a bit breezy. 20 to 30 miles an hour north wind for the valley, and in the eastern mountains, a bit of a wind coming in from the east and moving its way to the west. But the good news is those winds should subside later on tonight and tomorrow. Rainfall chances, well, there really aren't any, at least through Monday, but then we start to increase our chances for showers again by the middle of next week. So here's what we have in store for us today. Temperatures, I think some of us in the valley could touch 80, but we'll call it upper 70s for your daytime highs. 60s and 70s in the mountains, and for the coast, low 60s. And tonight, mid to upper 40s for the valley, 20s. So still another cold night in store for us, especially to the north and east. El Terce, about 23 for your overnight low. There's your 7-day forecast for the valley. It's going to be dry through most likely Tuesday. Then by Wednesday, Thursday, we're seeing the chance for showers move in. A little cooler, a little more unsettled as we take you through the middle and latter part of next week, really across the board. That's also the case for Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and the eastern mountains. All right, that's a look at your Krueger's Quickcast. Starting off with our weather headlines, drier and warmer as we go into the weekend. Now, I do expect valley highs to be back in the 80s for your Easter weekend, and I'm talking mid-80s on average. Dry and warm to start next week, so keeping those 80s into next week, but then a slight drop in our temperatures by the middle and latter part of next week, and more unsettled, meaning maybe even a chance for some showers. We're going to get into that in the deeper dive forecast, but first, a word from the Red Bluff Roundup.
3 exciting days of bucking, roping, and thrills are coming to Red Bluff. Over $350,000 is up for grabs for 700 of the toughest cowboys and cowgirls. Friday is Patriot Day, brought to you by Food Max and Outback Contractors. Saturday is Sierra Pacific Industries and Windows and Big Time Pest Control Day with an evening concert by Corey Kent. Sunday is Davidson Haven Family and Friends and Dignity Health St. Elizabeth Hospital Tough Enough to Wear Pink Day. Get your tickets now at these locations.
Well, we take a look at the radar. There is nothing to really report on the rain, right? But we take a look at the satellite image. There's the low pressure system that impacted us over the last few days. Cooler air, rain and snow in the mountains. And you can see Plenty of cloud cover down to the south. Most of this is staying to the south. It will maybe bring us a few high clouds today and tomorrow, but overall high pressure is going to be the dominant feature here as we take you through the weekend. And we're already seeing that ridge begin to build right here. There's that storm system that was impacting us the last few days. High pressure just really building over the weekend. That's why we expect warmer weather. Now, really what we have our eyes on is this area of low pressure. Now, typically and many times when you see an area of low pressure cut itself off from the upper level flow like we have here, the forecast models tend to have a little bit of a difficult time with timing, placement, and even the overall intensity of the storm. But overall, what we're seeing is that sometime around the middle of next week, Tuesday night into Wednesday, we may start to see some showers begin to move in. The low pressure is still down to our south and west at this point, but then it moves over Southern California. The flow around that will bring us more chances for showers for Thursday, Friday. Now, as this moves out, look up here. This may clip Northern California for the first half of that, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after, right? But then another ridge of high pressure beginning to build in, and we'll have to watch this, see if this may impact our weather in that longer range. So, we still have chances for showers here in the month of April, looking pretty good. All right, so look at the winds. We do expect a bit of a north wind for the valley, 20 to even possibly up to 30 miles per hour. So a little gusty at times for some of you. And then coming in from the east, working its way westward. So a bit of an easterly wind for some of you in the eastern mountains. A little breezy for you along the coast here, but otherwise, really the strongest winds I think will be in the valley. The good news is that by Saturday, Sunday, even into your Monday, we're going to be talking about much calmer winds across the board and continue with those sunny and warm conditions. Kids have that spring break. They're getting ready to enjoy some beautiful weather, at least for the first half of next week. Temperatures low 80s over the weekend. There's that dip. Slight chance for showers, cooler and unsettled, but then temperatures kind of creeping their way back up as we get into that next weekend. Let's take a look at the lake levels. And, we report this every day just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on. And it looks good, still over 100% for that historical average. And now all of the lakes have seen at least at the very least, 0.05 of a foot of increase here, but over a foot increase out towards Lake Oroville, that's where we've seen the bigger increases. But with that said, remember we talked about, the rain was looking good through the winter season, but the snowpack not so much. The latest drought monitor has come out, and we're beginning to see more areas at least get into the lowest category of drought for parts of Northern California. The valley still looking pretty good for the most part, but as we start getting into this drier and drier season, we may start seeing more and more of that drought as well. But the good news is it's not for all of California. You can see just a very southeastern tip of Southern California getting within that as well. Worst conditions. They didn't see much snow out over the mountains there around Colorado. So it was just really across the board. You hear stories about Utah, Colorado, all these areas just not seeing much snow this past season, and that's one of the reasons why we got some of the drought conditions out there. Take a look at the wave heights, and they are going to be dropping after today. So today, just bear in mind, if you need to be on a small boat, there is a small craft advisory for today with those north winds kind of picking up here. Later this afternoon out of the north at about 15 to 20 knots. Here's your neighborhood forecast sponsored by Dignity Health and Grange Co-op. And those temperatures for Trinity County are going to be in the low to mid 70s for your daytime highs. And there you can see through the weekend. It's getting warmer into early next week. Still dry. Remember yesterday I was including a chance for showers as early as Tuesday. Now I'm going to kind of back off on that a little bit here. Now I think the coast may see those showers possibly as early as Tuesday, especially Tuesday evening into Wednesday. Otherwise, you're going to be looking at those dry and warmer conditions even going into the weekend. 73 degrees out in Gas Key, 70 in Orleans, looking at a high of 73 for Hoopa and 74 degrees in Willow Creek. Take you out to Siskiyou County. Temperatures there are going to be in the low 60s, although Happy Camp about 70, 65 degrees for Mount Shasta City. Out towards Modoc County, temperatures upper 50s, although looks like about 60 for Aden. And there it is, that chance for showers coming in by next Wednesday and Thursday. Let's take a look at your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast. There you can see for Susanville, you're dry through Tuesday. Chance for showers coming in by next Wednesday and Thursday. And for your Valley neighborhood forecast, starting off with the south, Temperatures in the upper 70s. I think some of us could touch 80, 78, 79 in the valley. Easter Sunday, 84. That continues into Monday. And then temperatures start to drop slightly going into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. There you can see temperatures right around, I mean, if we touch 80 degrees, 79, you're splitting hairs, right? 78 degrees for the city of Shasta Lake, 75 out in Whiskeytown. Your 7-day forecast for Redding, low 80s for Saturday, Sunday. We keep it that way going into Monday and then back in the 70s. In fact, low 70s by Wednesday, Thursday with that chance for showers. I'll be back again at noon for Let Us Check Your Weather. Have a great morning.